I have many fun adventures lined up for you. We have death, destruction, disease, all of the fun things that the modern world will offer us. Sometimes it's easiest just to do things yourself. You understand me? Oui?
Damn it, door's locked.
Is it a lock? Could be.
I found a locked door.
He feels no pain. The perfect machine for this endeavor. If that was something you needed, do you think I would tell you? Place to use that. There is more fun ahead. Fun for me, at least.
You can't hit me.
Oh, glaciers moving faster than you. Why did I bother building all of these mechanisms for you if you are going to move so slowly that the tortoise with a lift could overtake you? I control everything here.
Oh, Jesus. They did not know how to use a Kashima. What the fuck?
Civilization calls for your death.
And what was the Valerie doing?
Why? What do you have to live for?
At first I thought she went to buy a better gun, but nope. She didn't. And Jill seemed to know she seems blah blah blah. She seemed like she knew she was doing. Considering she bought a Kashima. But unfortunately she had him up, so like you're not gonna kill me with him up, alright? Unless you're like nah, not even with him up. Like if I'm endurance and I'm taking control of a creature, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have a hard time killing my creature. Unless you're like a critical Becca, high damage Becca, and high damage Jill, then that's different. But obviously this Jill didn't really have the equipment or skills to make that build work. Maybe besides the Samurai Edge, which probably that was the only thing going for her. I don't know. I'm saying is, if you don't know how to use the Kashima, probably better if you don't use it. So, without further ado, let's go into customization screen and explain what's up with this build. So I'll see you there. So, you might be wondering, what is this build? Well, this is a viewer build made by Ichigo4768. I'm just going to call him Ichigo for the rest of the video. So, funny anime reference. So, this Ichigo has given me a Infection Daniel build. So, we done Infection Ed before, we done Infection Nikolai before, and we have obviously done Infection Alex before. Although, with Alex, it's with a twist because anyone could do Infection Alex. But we haven't done Infection Daniel, and I have been planning on this for a while, but you know, a viewer is like, I got an Infection Daniel build you could use, and I'm like, sure, and proceeded to make like a million comments. I had to delete some of them because they were just unrelated to the build, and the build itself was separated into different comments, so it was harder to make, you know, it was harder to understand. So for now on, if you're gonna give me a build or suggest a build, please keep it in one comment. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna do it. Alright? Just thought I'd get that out of the way. So, yeah, let's jump into it. So, first skill we got is Brutality. Good choice. I mean, who the hell wants a shitty Mr. X? You're literally trolling at this point, which is probably why people use it. And then for our second skill we got is Frenzy. Actually, Frenzy is a good choice. We could catch up to the survivors and apply more infection to them. Alright, even if we're not hitting them, alright, we could still apply the infection because the infection aura follows us. And in a way, it follows them because the zombies have increased movement speed, especially with the VX zombie, which has Berserker. So you know, the movement speed is very important, especially when you're using infection and energy leech. So that way you can catch up to them and make it useful. So again, a good choice. And third skill is Endurance. Now, Endurance is actually pretty much the only good choice. Invincible doesn't seem to. I don't think Invincible would work. So again, Endurance is a good choice. Sadist could work, but we don't want to do more damage. We just want to apply Infection, and that's it. So Endurance is the way to go. And if our area cards, we have Overclock, good choice. And third, our area 3 card, we have Remote Shell. And Remote Shell is another smart choice, as it's a zombie that can spawn with all the buffs. Even if we're not using that creature, which we do want to use, we could place it near the biocores, and the melee dudes have to get their, they have to get their feet dirty, which means they're going to get infected because the aura is still active. So that means they're guaranteed to get effective even if they can get through the biocore very quickly. And if we have enough time, we could probably place more around the area, so that way even the ones with guns will have to force themselves to get infected. So, and you never know when those dudes are gonna pop up and then start wrecking shit, because remember, a Remote Shell is basically a powerful zombie. It has more health and it does more damage, which in turn, damage equals more infection. So isn't that swell? And then for our equipment, we have Fire Canister 3, 2, Virulent Claws, and Researcher's Brain. So we have moderate amount of health and speed, so pretty good. We have Virulent Claws to, not only deal more damage, slightly more damage, but it also slightly deals more infection caused by creatures. Now, these two can be applied on, honestly, the Fire Canister is kind of pointless. I don't know why it says infection rate, because it only, Alex, I think Alex is the only, well, actually, it does apply to Nikolai's bioterrorism skill, but Alex is the only one that has any other, means of dealing infection that isn't the infection aura or the zombies themselves. So, honestly, I don't know what that means by caused by creatures, but I guess that means when we take, I know what it means, but when we deal damage, it's gonna give out more infection, so that's good. Besides that, Alex is the only one that has more infection-related tools that isn't by creatures, like the virus mine and the infection machine gun. That's it. Any the others besides Spencer maybe getting it through the Omniscience, which is a small chance. That's it, man. You're mostly dealing infection by creatures, so I don't know what that means by caused by creatures. Obviously, if you're not Alex. And then for our tech, we have Crawling Zombie, VX Zombie, Imposter Zombie, Zombie Dog, Enhanced Vapor Infection, Tracker Mine, Zombie, Clone, Shuffle Mod Partial, and Efficiency Mod Creatures. Honestly, it's not a bad deck. The creatures itself, except for the Imposter Zombie and the Enhancing Vapor Infection, they all cost 1. And we only got 2 cards that cost 2. So Bioenergy is not going to be that bad. And we have Shuffle Mod Partial to shuffle around the cards. So obviously we do want more of this guy. And because he has all the buffs. And also that's the creature we really want to mainly take control of. Of course, we do have the Vapors to help out with our map set creatures and these other 4 creatures that don't have it. Now you can replace a Zombie Dog with Infection Zombie. But in my opinion, we have a zombie. An Infectious Zombie is basically just a regular zombie that starts off with Infection Aura. That's it. So in my opinion, it's really not worth using it if you got this guy on here. I mean, I guess if you want, you could put the infectious zombie and replace the zombie with that dude. But I'm gonna just stick with the regular zombie, as I like the idea of having a, you know, a zombie that's like just an overall cheap deck, you know, crawling zombie and Fiax zombie, like it's a cheap deck, and we have Tracker Mine to, you know, because remember it deals more damage. Honestly, I probably would just put a lockdown trap in my personal opinion, but a Tracker Mine could work too. So yeah, that's it. That's our deck and that's our build. Oh well, actually, there's another thing I want to point out. But Ichiko said enhance and vapor, but didn't say infection. So, for all I know, this could be wrong. It could be energy leech, it could be regen, it could be berserker. I'm just gonna assume it's infection because that's the theme of the build, and it probably makes the most sense to have infection. But just say friendly advice to anyone that's sending builds: please make sure you proofread it before you send it. Otherwise, I'm going to be confused on what you mean, and I probably might get something backwards. Alright, so all I could do is assume. So please keep that in mind. And another thing I would like to point out before we head to the second match is Frenzy is not going to affect the zombie dog because it's not a controllable creature. So it's only going to benefit from the researcher's brain. So that's another like downside that I don't know if it would benefit from, but I think it's still worth having just because, you know, zombie dogs that do their shit, do the job, is a dangerous zombie dog. And especially when you got this dude running around with infection, it's annoying as hell. And the best way to spread infection, in my opinion. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Alright, so now I'm going to do another match. And again, thank you, Ichigo, for this very interesting Dania build. So I'll see you guys in the second match.
I have many fun adventures lined up for you. We have death, destruction, disease, all the fun things that the modern world will offer us. You are welcome.
It'll take more than that. I tremble in fear at your mighty power.
Sometimes it's easiest just to do things yourself. You understand? If that were something you needed, do you think I would tell you? You found a lock, but where is the key?
Let's not do that again.
Oui, that could be a key.
Got a locked door here.
This really is not a very efficient way of ending your life.
Doors open! Move! Move!
I confess, I did not expect... Bravo! Let us see how much further you can go. He feels no pain. The perfect machine for this endeavor. This is some dead person. This really is not a very efficient way of ending your life.
trained door unlocker. I'll get this down.
I will make this harder if you like. It feels no pain. The perfect machine for this endeavor.
Shazam! It's okay. Next time it'll work.
The hat and trench coat. You will be good in style, yes? There will be no rest here for your corpse once you are gone.
Come on!
Are you okay? No, you are not.
Wow! I mean, wow!
Sometimes it's easiest just to do things yourself. You understand? This really is not a very efficient way of ending your life. But orders are orders.
Locked.
Sometimes it's easiest just to do things yourself. You understand me?
This fast.
This will be stunning.
Watch out for more traps!
So many of you left. More food for... Très bon. This day is more interesting than I expected. Perfect machine for this endeavor.
This'll teach him to make jokes about my feet.
A fittingly brutal weapon for a brutal game. pieces I have put in place led you here, you have no hope. Is this the best you can do? He feels no pain. The perfect machine for this endeavor. Dr. Wester's virus clearly did nothing for you. Absolutely right. Bad luck, my friend.
Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. No Valerie, no game.
History will not mark this day. Revolution will not come from cowardice, but from sacrifice.
See, sometimes when I play Survivor, and I'm at that mood where I don't care who I play, and there's no Valerie, I'm just gonna be Valerie, because having a Valerie is better than having no Valerie. Honestly, a Valerie would really make this a hard time, especially a good one that has Remedy, mind you. Alright? And they clearly did not think, oh wait, maybe we should have a Valerie, maybe I should switch it out. Nah. It's always those survivors that are just too comfortable with who they're at, and instead of taking liberties to switch because nobody wants to take up the mantle, you gotta be the one. All right, it's just a little friendly advice. So okay, it was nice playing with you, and there's a familiar face who I know, and I'm happy to play with them again. Good Sam as always. Every time I play against them, it's always a Sam. GG's, everyone. GG's. But yeah, that's it. Again, thank you Ichiko for this very interesting Danya build. Honestly, it's not that bad. I like it. I mean, there would be some changes need to make, but honestly, that's just preference for other players. Like, some people would prefer a lockdown trap over a tracker mine, but honestly, the tracker mine really helped me out, and given that tracking equals more damage against the survivors, that also in turn means more, you know, more infection. So yeah, not bad. And yeah, that's it. I like the equipment, I like the skills, and the area cards were really good choices. The remote shell really helps out when Martin does that, because you could just pick up your dude and then pick up another remote shell you had on the floor, and then, you know, start wrecking shit from there without having to place another creature, which is awesome. And not only that, but that creature's tough to kill and does a lot of damage. So good choice on the area cards, and the deck itself is fine, a little confusing, but pretty gets the job done. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So again, thank you Ichigo, and yeah, that's the end of the video. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I upload daily, so why the hell not? And join the Discord, be a part of the community, link in the description, and I hope to see you guys there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Huh, a giant brain.